hey. Someone was asking about psilocybin. Sorry.
Yes, I have to call back this elderly gentleman who's like in his 80s and is interested in trying psilocybin for like, the bigger questions in life now that he's approaching some kind of, resolution of his lifetime. He's curious about it. So my friend told him to reach out to me so I can see what I could do. But, I was wondering what I could... Like, how do I approach it with someone that's never done psilocybin, that just knows that it could help him at this point in his life? I haven't had the conversation. I have to call him back, so I don't have a lot of information. But yes, I feel like people now that were closed off to psychedelics or like substances, molecules, and now are open and are looking to find like a way to,
It's
a way to
destigmatized for sure.
Because people are tired of taking pills and stuff that don't work and don't make them feel good. Anyway.
Yeah, the first thing you got to make them know is like you're not licensed in anything. You're just someone who's had own experience. Like make sure that's clear and written down.
Right.
You gotta be careful, because if something bad happens,
you have to make them sign something.
Yeah, just to be clear, like, and maybe you both sign something. You acknowledge that he's never done this before, and this is, like,
and you're not liable for anything.
And that like just something. There must be some default. Some other people have done this work. I'm sure you can find some examples online and just adjust it for your own purposes.
Yeah,
but but I think an important part of this whole thing is that we don't need people who are licensed and trained and doctors, whatever. Like your experience, that's enough. And if it's not enough for him, fine. He can find someone. He can wait in line for licensed, and pay $700 or for a couple hundred, he can hang out with someone who find a space to do it.
Because people who get licensed, they just do a few hours. They're not like studying for years, like psychotherapists who do psychedelics, like
you have to be a therapist first, and then have the psychedelic on top of it. And you're neither.
I'm neither, but the therapist that's licensed, his knowledge of psychedelic is,
of course,
it's just a theory. It's not
he
necessarily.
Himself is taken.
Yes, that's a different part. But most of them, it's not because they have partaken themselves.
Right.
But
they've read the research, and the research shows that this is effective, and I'm willing to. Yeah.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting to see how. I don't have the space though, maybe, and that intimidates me a little bit to like say, okay, well, can I come to your space?
To your house. It's a bit tricky. Yeah,
it is a bit tricky. Although but just in general, in this case, he's an elderly gentleman, and that's a bit less intimidating. I don't know. So to be figured out. But there's definitely a demand for people to try out that. And I thought I like the idea of, and not charging $700, but making it kind of available to people,
more affordable.
That want to come and do, and that solves the space place, the dancing.
Right, we'll just
do
dancing.
Yeah. But we'll take charge. We'll take the tickets, the coat check. They just show up and have a good time.
You send them the samples of the DJs, see if there's something they'd be comfortable with. Like get a little feel for it. But that's and then the other thing is you don't have to say yes to anyone. Like if you're getting good bad vibes, not bad vibes, but vibes from someone, like, you know what, that this wouldn't be worth even with the money you're paying me. I just don't feel like you're someone to invite. But if you're feeling some good energy from them, they're like, yeah, come join us. I'm inviting people up for free now. Like, why aren't we charging a little money?
Right. No. And I think
it's a service.
It is a service. And I think the dance part of it, because you're telling them, yes, I'm holding this space for you, because there's going to be other people. Right, so it's not like, so I'm holding the space with you while you get to dance on this molecule, let go, and there's other people around you, and because we are experienced and we use that night, and we really get a few dancers who want to go and have that experience, and we charge for the service because.
Okay, so I guess let's play this out a little bit longer. Let's say they really like it and they want to do it again. Mm-hmm. So you just keep charging.
Well, if they really like it and they feel like they like the take charge aspect of it, the fact that they feel safe, they don't have to worry about anything, that they know that while they're dancing and lost, you know, we're going to get them water, we're going to be around them, we're going to know, oh, you know, if you need a judge, you need a gum, like stuff that they don't know about.
Right.
And if they want their format, that format again, that's what makes them feel good, then yes, you charge again. And when they feel like, you know what, I can do that on my own, you're free, my friend.
But are they still invited to come and do it with us, or do we have to make a line? Be like, oh yeah, but
so
you
this
had to
is-
go. Like, if you're gonna come and dance within our group, like, yeah, you're getting your own water now.
Oh, well, then if, you know, I mean, I'm sure you build connection to these people.
I guess, right.
You know?
If
and
it's
then
a good
once,
fit.
once they're on their own, they can come with us, but we're not going to be we're not going to be paying attention to them.
Yeah.
making
Not
sure
anymore
they
than
know
we
how
do
to
than
engage,
with
like,
our own
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
friendly, you know, not like, oh no, you're my, you know,
You're not supervised.
my
yeah.
patient that night,
Right,
you know.
right.
You know,
Yeah, but I think you're right. There's a way to do this in a way where there's clear boundaries. There's a clear understanding of what's being provided, what's not, what this service is, what it's not. Yeah,
and I think we choose a
should build-
venue.
We should build
Like we
something.
do it only like the group stuff where we take people. Let's say is only. First thing that comes to mind is that Newspeak, you know, because it's small, you can keep an eye on them. It's
yeah.
contained. We know that, you know.
And on your own, it's very intimidating. If you aren't with a
Yes.
group of people, it'd be like, I don't feel like this is my space. But
Yes.
if you're in there with people, like, no, you're fine.
Fine, it's all good. Yeah, I think it's nice, and if you make it affordable, where people are not like I really think $700 is
For one session,
Excessive.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Wild. But if you don't know where to procure this stuff, you have no idea what dose to
Yeah.
take. Like,
And if you're scared, you know,
Yeah,
you
I
don't know
mean-
if, yeah.
yeah, the price will come down
Yeah.
pretty quick if more people come in and be like, hey, yes, this is a service. Yes, it has value. Yes, I should be paid for this. But also, I don't want to take advantage of anybody.
unless you know it's done like someone licensed, because it's still, even if you're licensed, it's still not legal to do it, but maybe you can then say cash, but I'm gonna charge you because I am a legit
Taking a
therapist.
risk. Yeah.
Do you think
know.
it's legal to provide MDMA?
No, it's not.
Even with a licensed therapist, it's not.
It's not.
See, that's
Well,
why.
there are trials, aren't there not?
There
there are a few
If
therapists
you-
where
if you wanna
there's
do
or
it
with
legally.
psilocybin.
Yeah, so
There's a
you have
few.
to request to Santé Canada that you want to use these means because your
Therapeutic
patient is resistant to other medication or
Mm.
any other kind of therapy. And so it's the case by case. And they
Really? You
Yes.
can't just be like, oh, I'm a doctor who wants to.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. I see. So can the patient apply and be like, hey, this is something I want to.
No.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, they make
all
it
right.
really
Well,
hard for people.
this is why we
to-
do it underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to do it
Now,
on the
they're gonna come
On the
after us.
podcast.
Yeah, if you've heard about a movement, it's us. No, but I mean, it's harmless, right? And that's what I
No,
mean.
It's powerfully, it's potent in a positive way. You know?
Right,
It's not even
right, right.
harmless. Like it's. Yeah.
And I think, like, let's say, usually on average, when we go out, tickets for a, you know, well, if we say Newspeak, let's say $50 is like a high ticket at Newspeak, right?
That'd be an expensive.
You know,
service.
so let's say, you know, $50 plus $5 for the MDMA, and then $15 for like water, co-check. Maybe we can do an Uber back to your hotel or something,
Like a
you know.
$400 package for a night out.
I'd say 150 or 200. No, 200.
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But I feel like
200 a person, 250 a person.
Discussing like a
Our business plan.
how the sausage is
This is
made.
very exciting for people to listen.
Well, this is how they'll find out about it. Now everyone's going online and
Just
checking.
list all our costs.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, wait a minute.
Well, you know, because we're authentic, we're transparent. We're not
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
trying to like
To be
make
like, yeah.
big profit
Yeah.
off. It's a service, right?
It is a service, and
It's
it is
like-
a way to grow our community, which is what we're all
Absolutely.
about. Like,
Absolutely.
it's been amazing. Just that,
Yeah.
So meeting that guy we met, and
Yeah.
then going dancing with them again. He's texting me now. He's like, he's going to shows. When we were at the last show, he met this
the
other
guy that we met on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he met this other guy,
Those, couple,
and they're
yeah.
we're all kind of
Yeah.
the same age. We're all the old farts, but who love it a lot. And so that guy is now texting me, and he's like, "I got a group of friends. We're gonna meet with." I'm like, "I'll bring my gang." It's just like,
Yeah.
like let's get. So yeah, add to that growing community. Amazing. Yeah, that's okay. Now we can't.
Now we can start the podcast.
Now we can start.
We can just cut this part out.
Hey! What a weekend, eh?
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus. This weather is interesting.
Yeah, this weather was insane. This weekend I was in a tank top hiking in snow.
Oh, fun! Like a
Yeah.
snow ski or a spring ski, where sometimes girls are in bikinis on skis.
Yes, on
yeah,
skis,
yeah.
but I was hiking with like spikes. It's
How
fun.
far did you go?
We went to Mount Orford.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. And we did, I don't know how many kilometers all in all, but we were hiking for like 4.5 hours.
did you see skiers out there?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's skiers. There's not alpine skiers, cross-country skiers. There are snowshoers.
Are you sore?
I'm a bit sore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm a
Good
bit
feeling.
sore, but I've been going to the gym, so I felt
Yeah,
like
you're
ready for a 4.5 hour.
Wow, 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
In snow.
Well, with Ollie, it's no joke. The last hikes we've done were Adirondack hikes. In the Adirondacks, we leave at Montreal at 5 a.m. We get there and like we're on the hiking trail at like 8 a.m. and we're back down at like 5 p.m.
Full day. Wow. Good for you guys.
That's no kidding.
Good.
So but it's good. It's wholesome. I loved it. I loved it. It was really
You're
fun.
weird.
So weird. So weird. All right, I'm sorry, but she's been telling me since the car that she has stuff to share, and she'll do it on the podcast. So
Just hand over all our money.
yes, I need to talk. That's so funny. My profile pic is me with a. I just noticed today that it really looks phallic. It looks like.
Yeah, maybe get a new one.
Oh, God.
How you doing, babe? What's going on?
Yeah, what is going on?
On what is it? Saturday. Yeah, not yesterday. Saturday. Okay, so yeah, we went out and I got home around 6 a.m. I'm tired. I slept and then until like 12-ish noon. Yeah, so I wake up and I find a missed call from my dad. And I'm like, I'll call him tomorrow or something. I left my phone on silent mode the whole day, so I didn't look at it half of the time. And I was just watching a comedy show on the couch. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not gonna tell you what happened. Like, it's just insane. And he sends a message and he's like, is everything okay? And I'm like, I just didn't feel like answering. So I haven't looked at my phone the whole day. So it's like 10 p.m. I'm sitting on the couch. Ryan is in the kitchen cooking. His phone rings. His dad is calling. And I'm like, look. And he's like, Mom. I was like, what? Your dad just called my dad. And you have to call him back. Maybe somebody died. I'm like, calm down. Nobody has died. Like, just calm down. It's just my dad being silly. And I opened my phone. I found a phone call from my ex's friend, a guy friend that we know. Like, he knows my family a little bit and everything. And I didn't hear the phone. And he left a message. And I looked at my phone. 6 mixed phone calls from my dad, like a minute apart, like just obsessed.
And he's now reaching out to friends.
It's
to
3
see if they'll
a.m. in
reach-
Morocco.
Wow.
And Ryan is like, Mom. I was like, Ryan, calm down. Nobody else has reached out. Like, everybody's fine. I know my dad. He's like, so I called the friend, and he's like, oh, your dad just called me. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, because I haven't talked to him in like 6-7 months. The guy, like, I was just profusely like, he's like, don't apologize. Maybe, it's Ramadan. People stay late. Maybe just worried. But yeah, it's a blessing. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And he's calling my ex, he's calling me like 10 times, like, and I called him and I start screaming at him, like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, something
Got unleashed.
got unleashed. I was like, are you out of your mind? Calling people in the middle, like it's 10:30 p.m. and this guy, like, why would you call the guy? Why would you call him? I'm screaming, and Ryan is sitting, he was like, calm down. I was like, leave me alone. And I was like, and my dad is like, well, I called you. And he's like, why aren't you answering? I was like, what is happening? I was like, what is happening? What are you doing this? Why are you calling Jade? Like, why are you calling people like this? And he's like, and I told him, are you insane? Like, I lost it. And he's like, well, I'm sorry if I'm worried about you. Yes, I am a jerk. I am an asshole. I'm sorry. I am an asshole. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. I was like, okay, bye. And I just hang up the phone. And I was just not feeling, I was so angry and upset. And Ryan was like, okay, Mom. No, I was like, it's all right. All right. So the next day, I called my brother because he's the only sane person in that family. And I said, do you know what's happening? He's like, yeah, he told me something, but that's his version of the thing. And I told him everything. He's like, you wouldn't believe the stuff he's doing to us right now. He's absolutely, I'm like, this guy is not gonna, he's 87 years old. And he's still like, he's like, my brother, if he doesn't answer the phone, it's hell. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. Like, I'm done. So I blocked my dad and I removed him from my Facebook.
Wow.
So now I don't care anymore. And it's just like something, I'm done. Seriously, this is just him being manipulative and trying to get into me because I haven't spoken to him for like a month. And he's trying to punish me now for how dare you not do that. Like, so yeah. So that's why when I watched Bill Burr yesterday, I got emotional because he talked about his dad. I've never cried on a freaking comedy special. I was laughing and crying at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever yelled at your dad before?
Never.
Wow.
First time ever in my life.
Wow.
That was an important step for, I imagine, to like let that
Never
child
in my
than you
life.
who always wanted to scream.
I've always
at him.
made him laugh. I always would like ignore whatever he's done, but something had to come out. Like I was just
Something had to come out. Exactly.
Had to come out.
That's exactly
the
it.
anger, everything that I needed. Well, I didn't tell, but I told my brother, like, why is he expecting from us? He has done nothing for us, and he expects everybody to just bow. Pure narcissistic behavior, like pure. And my mom is still paying the price for he's like, my mom cannot sleep. If he's not sleeping, she cannot sleep. He's making her life. And I was like, she needs to throw him out. I was like, what can she cannot do anything. Nobody can do that for her, you know.
So you called your friend back again to like let him
yeah,
know
the
that
next day,
okay,
like I said, really. He's like, no, don't apologize. No, ever apologize. He was very gracious about it. Like, thank God. He's like, yeah, you know, your dad loves you. And I was like, yeah, you don't know the half of it. You know, it's insane.
How are you feeling about it now?
I'm good. I'm still like kind of shaky about it a little bit because that's a big step. Like,
yeah, that's massive to
That's
like
massive.
let that thing that's been screaming inside of you for so long to actually say it. I mean, with healing, rarely does it ever need to be said to the person who inflicted, you know what I mean? Like you can still heal by letting yourself tap into that, even if the person you're angry at never hears it or receives it. But You got to say it to his face.
The thing is, because what he did for me was unacceptable. Like, I'm not allowing this to happen to me. Like after all the work I've done, the life I'm building, the people I'm surrounding myself with, nobody's doing any of this insanity. Like, I'm cutting ties with everybody. Like, anyone who's gonna stir any drama in my life, I'm done. And him doing this, it was like the fact when I saw those 6 missed calls, and he's like, "Where are you? Why aren't you answering?" And I'm like, "What the hell? This is unacceptable. Like, I don't want this in my life. I don't want to have." It triggered so much in me. It was like, I don't want this. This is insane. This is so toxic. This is so unhealthy. Like, this is what I've been working to avoid and not be like this. I'm like, no. And I think if he had, I was not going to call him, actually. If he hadn't called me, I was going to cool off and then call him the next day and talk to him maybe. But when he did it then, I was just like, "Bruh."
It's amazing how when you do have healthy relationships, how stark the unhealthy ones stick out. It's like, oh, you used to just live with that. That just used to be your reality. And then when you clean up your energy field, when this dark thing kind of injects itself in, it's like, what the? I can't believe I
put up with this crap for
I
like
think-
47, some 48 years. You know,
Yeah.
it's just insane. Oof. Yay.
Good for you.
Like yesterday,
Amazing.
I was like, block.
That's huge. The Moroccan saga.
A lot.
We've got a Moroccan saga. We've got
Well,
some-
yeah, you're gonna get a little taste of it when we make a TV series about her life.
Talks about the TV series.
It's gonna happen. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep saying it until someone
it happens.
hears enough of your story. But yes, I'm gonna produce that because it's gonna be beautiful, dramatic, hilarious.
Who do you want to play you?
I don't know. I need to get like a young girl and
No, like yeah, it's true. It
I
has
need
to be
I
young.
need
There'll
like
be a
3
few.
actresses.
There'll be
Yeah.
a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, be like The Crown. We'll just do 2 seasons at one age.
Yeah.
with one actress and then 2 seasons. It's just-
Yeah.
Okay.
So today is therapy, I think. Well, that's what we do on this podcast a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
you feel better talking about it?
Yes,
Oh,
yes. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. $700.
Let's go.
This is hopefully.
It's hard enough to have an elderly parent who you love and like being around, and there's the cost of keeping the healthcare, like that decision of like how much is too much healthcare, how much is not enough. Do we need a nursing home? Do I have that's expensive? And then to have a parent who you don't even want to be around, and their health is starting to slip. It's just like, okay. I mean, I guess your dad, his health isn't slipping, but at some point it's going to. And what happened?
Well, he's like at his age, he needs hearing aid. It's very expensive. It's like cost like $5,000 just for the piece, and sometimes he's like, oh, it's too expensive, so my sisters pay for it. Like, it's just. He doesn't he wants everybody to do everything for him, It's just the way he is. It's like, he calls my sisters, like, he sweet talks her when he's like, they fall for it, like, because they don't want to have, like, just to avoid his wrath. Because just, and everybody's, like, reluctantly does things for him, it's just...
It is also cultural. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very cultural.
Cultural, like,
yeah.
no matter how bad your parents are, you feel like this pressure that
it's cultural. It's
you have to
also,
take care of them.
The religion. The fact that it's written in the Quran that you have to take care of your parents
Wasn't he
when they're
sending
older.
you videos about
yes,
how honorable children care for?
He sends me stuff like.
He's reminding you, listen.
I need to find the videos like take care. They don't have anything about taking care of your kids, but they have a lot about taking care of your parents.
I'm glad you have space to be on your couch and just let it pass through.
Yeah,
you and
yeah,
let yourself cry.
And laugh about it with my brother because we were laughing. Like I was like, this guy is insane, and we were laughing about it a little bit. Yeah. Brother is absolutely gorgeous. Like, and like, how are you? And then I hear his wife. She came from work, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? Because he comes earlier, and he's like, oh, I'm preparing for the iftar. He's the one cooking. I'm like, ah.
That's good. Do they have children?
No, they couldn't. So it's fine.
Lots of nieces and nephews, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, one generation. Look, the difference between your dad and your brother, you know, and then your sons.
The cycle has been
broken. Yeah.
Well, at least the cycle has been broken. I've seen it in even my other sisters. Some of them, not all of them. I've seen their kids some of them are absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget, we pick our parents.
Right.
So you chose this because you knew you needed something hard, you know, like for whatever role you're playing in this world and part of the awakening, you needed to experience that firsthand.
Yeah, I mean the father wound is a big one. It's a big one to kind of tend to and heal. You know, so this is a huge part of your healing. I think not because you had recognized and acknowledged like how you felt about your father and everything, but I guess this brought you the opportunity to kind of like express it. And it doesn't seem like much, but it's huge. It's huge to be able to express it and be like, you know what, block you here, and I'm gonna block you here. I scream at you, like boundaries. We don't think to put boundaries with our parents because also there is that kind of programming that like we
not programming, just in order to stay alive, like you couldn't, a 2-year-old can't put boundaries with their parents. Your survival instinct is so we make excuses. We will say whatever we need to
and we're
to
resilient
feel safe
because my dad, even though
even if in our 40s,
horrible, like always screaming, always breaking stuff in the house, and then he travels and he comes, we're all running to hug him. It's like this dad, you know,
course.
like every time,
when they talk,
like everything he's done. Even when I was a teenager, I just wanted to have a dad. So he's watching TV and I'm sitting there and I'm hugging him and I'm sitting on his belly.
I love how she knows nothing.
She said that, not me. You wanted Bill Cosby. You said you wanted the Cosby family. I mean, he ended up being... No, I know he was a rapist. What? Do you want to be raped? No.
You know
he ended up, but we're talking about the Cosby Show. I love how you guys always go to these things. It's like...
When it's a girl up to Bill Cosby.
Because I wanted like this perfect family.
Because you wanted the family in the Cosby Show, and the dad in the Cosby Show was Bill Cosby.
Yes. But you guys are like,
Bill Cosby's like become like that perfect patriarchal figure.
Yeah.
You know, like that facade father, and then the other part.
He's funny and
well, maybe
has
that's
a beautiful
the thing,
family and stuff. I wanted to be. I was like always like sitting with him, and we read comic books together. And when my mom travels, I sleep with him in the bed, and he never molested me. He's not that type.
Save that for the uncles.
Yeah.
No, when I was seriously. My family was in the whole youth protection system. They would say that it's kids. They'll have kids in the system because their parents, they can't live with their parents. Their parents are highly abusive, done awful things to kids. And the kids still want a relationship with their kids. Like it's like it doesn't matter how damaging. There's still something inside of us that desperately wants that connection. And so that's where it was interesting when my daughter chose to not have a relationship with me, they're like, we understand now that that's very, very, very rare for a child to choose to not have a relationship with their parent, especially one who's shown, I mean, not that there wasn't some abuse, but like pretty mild in the big scheme of things. Like they have kids whose like mothers like put cigarettes out on their skin and they still want to have a relationship with her. You know what I mean? Like my sin was screaming that from time to time and running away. Like there's for sure. I mean, I don't want to say I was a perfect mother, but even that, like a child, that's not enough for a child to be like, I don't want this person in my life.
But my dad, the thing with him is like, he used to be funny and sweet at some, like when he's not breaking stuff and beating the shit out of you, he's so delightful.
That's the problem with narcissistic people, right? That they're so charming.
Yes, they can
they're
be really fun.
likable.
He walks around and he's just white, like underwear, and he's singing about my mom, like very funny songs, and he's like always like, he's so like, it's just a breeze.
He's just the most flowy guy you've ever met.
And then he sits with you and he just talks about nice stuff, and the minute you get somebody does something that he doesn't like, it's
Bam.
the other. It's like two extremes, you know, like how they are. Like
it's very
so
narcissistic.
Black and white.
So when he's like that, I'm always like, oh, he's like my dad.
You grow up being hyper aware, watching for the thing where it could shift. So even in these moments where things are perfect and happy, they really aren't. You're still not feeling safe.
Yeah, of course. Like you're on edge with him, like because you don't know
Even when
what
things are
is gonna
good.
trigger the beast. Yeah, to start. And I was the good girl. Like, oh my god, like it's just whatever. I'm gonna be the perfect person. That's.
I don't want to push any buttons.
Yeah,
I don't want to please you.
Yeah,
I want to love you. Yeah.
So, I'm still thinking about what you said. So, do you think that then there has to be like extreme brainwash, or like what would make a child not, let's say, even when they get abused, like really physically, and like they still kind of seek out a parental relationship?
Often, well, we're seeing more and more is like people in their 20s and 30s who are starting to understand what boundaries are, and so they're coming to consciously have to realize, oh, like what you're having to do, like block, go no contact, and it's not something that people do casually. It's painful.
Painful, and it comes with a lot of anxiety. Like I was just like, my phone is there, and I'm like block. Like I'm thinking it like twice. Should I block? And I'm like, what is gonna happen if I block him? I don't care. And then I did, and I just blocked, hoping that he's not gonna call the friend. That's the only thing that bugs me. I don't want him to call the
Yeah, he has no idea what boundaries are. He'll call whoever he needs to try to get through to you. Yeah.
So maybe next time
We're gonna get a call.
you get
They're commenting on the podcast. Tell Audia to come.
imagine. Why don't you call me on the comment section?
That'll be funny.
Totally possible.
Imagine.
I don't know. Did that answer your question about what people do? Like,
I don't think you did. Did
I don't know. I mean, I think more kids are recognizing that
yeah,
their
yeah,
parents
that's
are
the thing.
toxic, and I don't want to be part of that toxic system anymore. And sometimes when they do cut themselves out, then the siblings who haven't yet cut themselves out or then blame them. Look what you're doing to piss off mom, or you by doing this. Like they try to like bring you back in because So it's just it's a painful thing, but more and more people are doing it. Maybe it's not always the best thing, but I'm finding with no contact is that it's a useful tool. Like anti-anxiety pills were useful for me. That pharmaceutical helped me a lot when things are really intense to like have a thing. And then at a certain point when you've done enough work on yourself, you can actually maybe ease that no contact, because now you're coming into it as a different person. Maybe you've relieved some of these things. So for some people, it's no contact for life. Like for me and my ex, no contact for life. Like I've said, I've done my peace with him. I love him, but there's no need for us to ever be in each other's life. But for someone who's a parent, yeah, you can go no contact, and maybe you go back again or not. That's something that gets figured out. But yeah, that's that no contact though. I think people kind of take control, and again, it's like the same thing we all need to do is we need to reparent. We as an adult need to parent our own inner child. And so when you can get to the place where you've parented yourself, then that saying goodbye to one parent or the other becomes a little bit easier. That's a part of, that's you parenting yourself by saying, you know what, that person's not good for us. Even though they're my birth mother, birth father, I'm going to step in and be an adult here and say we need to cut that person out. And so we become our own parents through our work.
But wow, I find it really admirable the way you've navigated your situation in a sense where you gave your child the space to not have to feel guilty about making a choice, right? That's really hard because that meant that you had to let go and not try to like get in touch and have a relationship, and wow.
Right, I had to find a balance of communicating to her that I loved her and missed her, but not
Without
pressuring her to be like
that's
very
very hard,
is not your responsibility.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I found the words to that to thread that needle was a big step forward. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, because and to have like, you know, 3 of your children are having a relationship with you, you know, and they're her older siblings, you know, yet she felt like she needed to stay in there was some kind of safety, I guess, because she was really young, right?
Young, and I think she wanted that that attention she was getting by making that choice. She got to be the special kid to her dad in a way that the other kids didn't get treated. Like, I mean, I don't think it'd be appropriate to talk about it here, but I don't mind telling you guys when the cameras are off some of the stuff that my kids would recognize, like how unhealthy the relationship was between their sister and their dad, and how he was treating them like differently. Yeah. So there were rewards that came with being the one who stood up against mom, you know? So yeah. And also I think it felt really good for her to like have her special close relationship with the father who wasn't super involved. Like he was, it sounds like there's a lot of overlap with your dad. Like he could be very funny and good with the kids and amazing, but then other times you don't see him for like a week and a half, you know? So I think when this happened and he was giving her this really intense attention, like I think it really was something she was really happy to have, and so she was willing to go along with anything. Right. So yeah, I mean that's it, but it doesn't come without a cost. I think she's the splitting that has to happen inside of her to have to, like, you know, convince yourself that a parent isn't good for you. Like that's going to take its toll. I'm sure it's taking its toll, but things are better. I mean, I get to see her from time to time. We give each other hugs, but
yeah. I mean, there's an open space for her to kind of
a little bit, but I think there's still some restrictions that resistance feels are still in place with her father, so that she has to be careful about how
it's
she
a lot on
interacts with
her
me.
to manage this kind of situation.
But
at
that's
her age,
true with people who are, when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you take on that stuff. And so, yeah, at a certain age, that's ultimately what it came down to for me. It was just like, she needs to learn the lessons that I needed to learn. The lessons I needed to learn through my relationship with him, she's going to have to learn those relationships and those lessons. And either she does in this lifetime or not. I'm pretty sure she's going to be fine. Yeah. But who knows? She might have to. I think there's still a lot. We've never talked about this directly. Maybe we never will. At one point, she was working with a therapist. I don't know if she still is or not. But back to that. Just having 3 siblings who have a relationship with me. As long as she's got a good relationship with those 3 siblings, I think she'll ultimately will find her way. Yes. If that gets severed at any point, then I'll be more worried. But I think my 4 kids really love being with one another, and they love making each other laugh. And they like, yeah, they don't spend enough time with each other, and I think they miss each other, and so it's like I think they're gonna be. I think it's all gonna. I know it's all gonna be fine.
It's
if
off.
her and I
That's-
ever have a
that's
relationship
good.
again,
That's
that's
good.
not my business. That's, of course, I would love for that, but also I understand that's not my path. So, yeah,
Yeah.
we can make this about
But,
me.
No, but I mean, it's
come
about, you know,
on, no.
parent, children and parent relationship, which is like our core relationships, right? I mean, we're, you know,
most
these are our
important
forced, the ones that shape us
Yeah,
and affect us and, you know, make us who we are in a way or another. And we all choose our parents, and our parents choose us, and we all choose each other, and the great circle of life.
Right, bringing I was hanging out with Marty the other day, and he's kind of recognizing his relationship with food and how he's kind of bringing in a masculine energy, this masculine where it's just like, no, there's rules, and I if I eat this, it's bad, whatever. And it's just, and then he was talking about this at some point, and someone's like, it's okay if you want a piece of chocolate, whatever, and he's like, no, because when I do that, then that causes health things, and then I'm in a hospital, or I'm having to cancel things with friends because I'm not well. He's like, I can't. So it's like as he was talking about it, I was recognizing, like, oh, right. So you're bringing in this masculine energy of, yep, there's rules. Like, he's got to father himself with that, but that can go too far, right? Where it's like you're punishing yourself. And so it's like, okay, so how will you bring some feminine energy in here? You need to bring some mother energy and maybe that mother energy isn't, oh yeah, let yourself have cookies. No. That you need father energy there. Yeah. But maybe mother energy needs to be, hey, it's okay to feel bad or sad about what's happened to you. It's okay, like maybe this self-sabotaging sugar thing it's not maybe. It's tied to something deeper. Maybe the mother energy needs to come in and let you feel that, you know. So it's like, oh yeah, it's always just a balancing of energies in any situation. Anyway. Yeah, so we all need to parent ourselves.
Yes, and the balancing of the feminine and the masculine is the mother and the father, and
inside of each of us.
It's inside of each other, and it's reflected in all culture by like all religion. This whole symbolism of the mother, the father. So
the yin, the
yang, and the yang.
Yeah,
it all comes out to these like two parts of us.
Yeah. Yeah. So that the rise of the divine feminine, because I think we've seen this. We've talked about this before. Where it's like women. Feminism has opened it up, but what ended up happening is women embraced our masculine, which is not bad.
Yeah.
But if we've gone too far, so it's like the rise of the divine feminine to kind of bring some balance back in. So it's like we've figured out masculine. We've done the what is it, the grit culture, or the what's it when the people, you wake up at 5 a.m.
The
and
grind.
you grind,
The grind.
that masculine grind, that
yeah.
self-mastery, which is super important.
Yeah.
But without any of the joy side of things, without any of the divine feminine,
tenderness and the softness of the feminine. Yeah, we've become too hard. Some women have become we're becoming very hard, tough and hard.
Well, we
and
needed to. I think there's a reason. Yeah. But let's bring it. Let's get that yin and yang back. Like we've had a lot of yang. Let's get some yin in there too. So that's what. Yeah. So we were dancing the other day, and I was just like, oh my god, the download. It was just like, that was like, for a long time I was like I was talking a lot about self-mastery and joy. Like if you look at my webpage, it's like those are my two things: self-mastery and joy. But I think really I need to shed the self-mastery. Like that's important, but there's so many people talking. So you can learn self-mastery from so many different places. For me, it's like joy. That's what I was brought here to just bring out joy, and so it's like I'm a goddess of joy.
Yeah. Let's go.
Thank you for listening.
Love you. Glad you were able to get through that.
Yeah.